Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor. I just got back from run and walking and I am worn out. I got so worn out when I got back, I was like, man, I need to put some cinnamon in my coffee in the middle of the day and just do it old school. So I have cinnamon in my coffee in the very middle of a hot day in Georgia, and it's really good. So if you hear me drinking, that's what I'm doing. Normally I don't have my cinnamon in my coffee this late in the day, but oh well. All right, let's start with this. I want to give a shout out to the lifeboats. David DePriest sent me this video and I watched it. It was really good. At Dave6971 sent me this. It's a To the Lifeboats video. This is Sam I Am, who goes by Green Eggs and the Ham on Twitter. And he's a very smart guy, and he does really good, thorough YouTube videos. He does more like deep dives more so than what I do. But in this case, he did this inflation, monetary debasement, and minimum wage. And what I love about it is that it's only 6 minutes, but in 6 short minutes, he sums up the disaster that is the U.S. dollar and just fiat currencies in general. But he illustrates very clearly the absurdity of what not just the United States, but a lot of countries have done with fiat currencies over time when they stop tying them to gold or silver and things like that. And he shows you, literally holds up dollar bills and gold and silver and the old dollar bill and really ties it all together, lays it out for you perfectly. Really good video. He deserves to have thousands of views on this video. So go give him a subscribe and watch this video. It's To the Lifeboats. And give him a subscribe. I'm a definite subscriber to him. He has earned every view he's gotten. And this is a good one. Okay. Next from XRP Crypto Wolf. A group of blockchain projects is coming together to form an industry association to educate U.S. lawmakers and regulators on blockchain technology and the proof of stake consensus algorithm. They will focus its initial effort on taxation issues. Well, of course they will, because that's the number one thing that the U.S. government and all governments of the world are going to be interested in is the taxation of digital assets. That is the number one concern. And so they're going to focus on that first. And I'm sure that as regulations get in place, the number one thing that's going to be done is to make sure that they've got these the crypto exchanges so that the exit ramps are covered. That way you can't come out into your bank or fiat without making sure you're getting taxed. I would assume that's the road they're going to go down. And then XRP Crypto Wolf, I'll also put this one up. ICE Market CEO Jeff Sprecher said in an earnings call that Bakkt will launch its physically settled Bitcoin futures soon. Bakkt is working to develop a regulated ecosystem that services the evolving needs of participants around the world. So yesterday, I can't remember the name of the company, but the first company announced that they are doing physically settled Bitcoin futures. So Bakkt maybe will be the second company to offer it, but this ball is about to get rolling, folks. Write it down. Okay. Next from Chinu Patel 29 sent me this, and there's 2 videos here. Mike Novogratz was on Squawk Box this morning. Now remember, Mike Novogratz, he runs Galaxy Digital, and he is also an investor in Ripple, but he's a Bitcoin maximalist more or less. And he's one of the guys that will not say Ripple or XRP without specifically being asked. But in this clip here, they asked him if Bitcoin will ever go back to 5K. He said, I don't think so. I think if it goes below 8,500, I'll get nervous. If it goes below 6,000, I'll get real nervous. And then there was a second video clip where he said this: know your customer and anti-money laundering is being really strictly enforced here in the United States and Europe. The good news is there are lots of institutional players that are coming into the space that are going to make access much easier for credible players. Of course, you're going to see that. You're going to see more and more of that as the future unfolds here. And then, now, you all know about the digital asset investor's neighbor. Well, the digital asset investor's neighbor provided me with this piece of information. I told you he was talking about how he wanted to set up a validator in our neighborhood. And so I told him to send me the piece of information on how you set up a validator, because I know nothing about this type of thing. Well, this is the tweet that he got the information from, and it's at 3Bs and then ENDER 607, how to run a Ripple validator at DigitalOcean. And it's what this is it's a Medium post that Vitsavin did back in 2018. How to run a Ripple validator, and he's got simple steps here. Ripple validator on DigitalOcean. Create an account on DigitalOcean, create a new server, I'm not going to go through all that, but you get the picture. You can go and set up your own Ripple validator if you want to. I think it costs 20 or so bucks a month. And I'm sure at some point they're going to figure out how people can make money running these. I don't know how that's going to work out. Next, from XRP researcher at XRP News _. This has been overlooked, and I didn't know this. Coinbase changed banks. Coinbase changed banks. Now Cross River Bank. Cross River Bank is the first U.S.-based bank to use RippleNet for real-time international payments between the U.S. and Western Europe. I had no idea of this. So this is pretty big right here, folks. Oh, excuse me. I think that is the first time that I've ever yawned on my broadcast. So now you've had tornado sirens. You've had my neighbor honking the horn. You've had blowers. You've had lawnmowers. You've had me shaving. You've had edgers. You've had my kid knocking on the door. You've had my floors creaking. You've had just about every sound, and now you've heard me yawn on the broadcast. I need to add a few more sounds. Okay, I think I must be worn out. All right, from my buddy at ECOSSEXRP1 sent me, I think, a couple of things here. The first is from Barry Silbert. Oh man, next week is going to be a big one for Grayscale. The Drop Gold TV ad will also be debuting on Bloomberg TV next week, and he's tweeting this out from himself. Just got word Grayscale Drop Gold TV commercial premieres on CNBC next week. Tune in on Monday and watch it here first. So, remember all those, remember the avalanche of blockchain commercials that I told you was going to happen? So it begins, folks. So it begins. All right. And then he also sent me this little John McAfee update. I'm learning to say that right. The government's assault on WhatsApp and other encrypted communications. If you truly understood the concept of privacy, you would revolt. United against this. This is what privacy truly means. Well, I'll say this. I love this stuff with John McAfee, but I'll say this. It's pretty easy to be a guy that's a rebel on the run when you're already a millionaire. The rest of us are trying to become millionaires. We're not really in a position to just pick up and go travel around the world and do whatever we want to do yet. Give us some time, John. I can't say that I'll be on the run or anything, but I will be traveling a lot. So, anyway. All right. Next from Lionel, at Lionel 462945550. Sent me this. Now, for those of you that have never seen Fiatleak, I'm going to show it to you in a minute. But Lionel apparently contacted Fiatleak about why it doesn't seem that their feed reflects that SBI virtual currencies has opened. And they said that they are reaching out to SBI, but they do not have a feed yet at Fiatleak. For those of you that have never seen it, Fiatleak is right here. This shows the volume around the world of any digital asset that you want to choose. Right now I've got it pulled up. as XRP, but you can do any digital asset, and it shows. You can see most of the volumes. The U.S. the second most is over towards Japan. SBI will probably make this bigger than this, I would imagine, when they really do reflect it. But we shall see. Okay. But if you want to see that, it's Fiatleak.com. And now from Free American Spirit at F American Spirit. Sent me a couple of things. The first one here, this is what these are is this is from crypto.com. They have announced, we regret to inform you that we will be delisting the following tokens due to recent restrictions or regulations on what tokens can be traded by U.S. customers. And here are the tokens. And they said you're required by, I think your actions, you're supposed to get them off their exchange by August 8th. So Holo is one of these, and Omisco, I'm not going to go through all of them, but you can see them here. The only one I've talked about a lot on this channel is Holo. So you're going to need to get that off the exchanges. I know that since that right now is an Ethereum token, you can store it on a Ledger Nano S. Let me get rid of this. And finally, crypto-friendly money app Revolut launches fractional stock trading service. Now, what this is talking about is on Revolut, now you can buy like $1 of a stock, and you're getting the proportional amount of the shares of that stock. And let's see, it allows you to invest, especially those that cost thousands of dollars. Apparently, you can do it with, it says over 300 stocks right now. It's only over 300 stocks right now. But to put this in perspective and show you why this is a big deal and how the world's going to change, Berkshire Hathaway is a stock that a lot of people, it's worth $304,000. A lot of people could not buy that stock. As you're able to buy fractional shares of stocks, all of a sudden, people that normally wouldn't have the means can share in something that has been restricted to the wealthy. But so you can see how the playing field is being leveled here. Okay, Mike Preston at Mike Preston CW12 sent me this. Are you from AirSex? Are you interested in owning and securely storing digital assets? Read our white paper on the global cryptographic standards we've adopted and our clearinghouse procedures. So what this shows is that you're about to start having legitimate digital asset storage options. And the way I read this is it's for individuals as well. And finally, from Ian Northing at IANBINS, sent me this. Crypto exchange launches shitcoin futures index offering. New way to short altcoins. Crypto derivatives platform FTX has perhaps the most speculative and oddly named futures index fund on the market, ShitPerp, or Shitcoin Index Perpetual Futures. An index of 58 low market cap coins. ShitPerp includes projects like Waves, Grin, and Nano. It is flanked by two other low cap indexes on the site, MidPerp and AltPerp. So, as I've said many times before, every financial product that you have ever seen in traditional finance will be in digital assets, and then there will be new financial products that are invented just for digital assets. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe and hit the like button and tell your friends and family that we now have a shitcoin index perpetual futures. That's pretty awesome. Thank you for listening.